What's up, board game people? The holidays are here and so are the holiday updates. This time around, we're seeing a ton of projects rushing to production ahead of the early Chinese New Year. There's been some great and exciting news this week. Let's take a look. Before we begin, I don't get any money from game companies for my videos. First off, live on crowdfunding. We're going to go through these quick because there are a lot of them. On Kickstarter, we have The Last of Us: Escape from the Dark. The reveals have stuck mostly to character miniatures. The campaign has done quite well for itself, and it sits well funded at almost $700,000. An all-in pledge has been added for £130, and there are 10 days left in the campaign. The Thinning Veil is still not seeing the jump they would like, sitting at around $86,000 of their $176,000 goal, with only 9 days remaining. They've added an all-in pledge for £225, giving you a savings of £56. Best of luck to them in the next week. Super Dark, the social deduction game, has hit $20,000 in funding, almost doubling their funding goal and unlocking the final candidate for the game. Unconscious Mind is entering the last day or so of their campaign with over $840,000 in funding. The stretch goals have kept rolling, with Holofoil Madness tokens, a new Nightmare Dream card, and embossed insight dials on the horizon. Project EOS Rise launched this week and is well on its way to its funding, reaching the almost halfway mark. This game looks like spectacular fun, the price is completely reasonable, and there's a tabletop simulator and Tabletopia demo. Go check it out. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 has gone absolutely nuts on Kickstarter, raising over $2.2 million with 8 days still to go. The project comes in at a price point that's hard to beat, and even the all-in is a great deal. The stretch goals have been plentiful for this one, adding quite a few miniatures and cards to the game. If you're a Might and Magic fan, this one is definitely for you. The Dark Venture expansion and reprint campaign is going great. So far, they have more than doubled their funding goal, and they're moving through a set of true stretch goals to expand the game with even more content and a higher quality game board. This is a great retro, story-based adventure card game with remarkable solo play and the potential to be a great travel game as well. Please do yourself a favor and check this one out. Finally, Werewolf the Apocalypse Retaliation has passed the $1 million mark with 10 days left in the campaign. They've been listening to feedback, and they've expanded the expansions from 1 scenario each to 3 full scenarios each. Their stretch goals continue to tick by with the Spanish localization and more miniatures on the horizon. Coming soon to crowdfunding, we have Elden Ring hitting Kickstarter. If you want a preview of the pledge levels and what's included in each one, please check out my newsflash video about the game linked in the video description. Pest will also be launching on Kickstarter, putting you as a wealthy family battling the plague in your city and attempting to rebuild some of what the nasty virus has destroyed. Now on to crowdfunding news. Let's start off with the latest update from Nanolith, the cyberpunk RPG board game. A few new artists have joined their team and their work is phenomenal. The game is being thoroughly tested at every step, and writing and design of scenarios is ongoing. Leveling has been simplified, bringing XP totals down from 4-digit pools to single digits. They're currently finalizing the component list for Nanolith, and they're in talks with Longpack to find a proper manufacturing spot on their schedules. Awakened Realms is giving us a quick update on the second wave language editions of Etherfields. Everything is proceeding as planned and paper production is ongoing. As of now, the language versions of Etherfields will begin to deliver to backers in the second half of January 2023. For the second wave English versions, the Canadian hub should be finishing shipping this week. For some reason or another, there are 300 pledges left to ship within the US. If you've not received yours, check your email for an explanation. A new Stranger Things game has been announced by CMON. Stranger Things: The Upside Down will be a new cooperative game where players struggle to save Hawkins from the Upside Down. This is one of many Stranger Things board game adaptations announced this year. Sadly, being in the hands of CMON, it'll likely be a rushed cash grab. One has to wonder how any one designer could come up with 3 to 6 solid, unique games every year. The answer is resoundingly that they cannot. Oathsworn Into the Deepwoods ended its reprint run on Kickstarter this last week, finishing strong at $3.2 million. As the $3 million unlock, they unlocked a special resin Oathstone marker to track the Free Company's movement. This will come with an oil wash already applied. They also announced the winners for their painting, artwork, short story, and boss design contests. Winners walked away with a free collector's all-in copy worth $375. The Queen's Dilemma also finished their successful run on Kickstarter this week, raking in €717,000. They want to thank all the backers and let us know that the Pledge Manager will open sometime in the first half of 2023. Planned delivery is still set for December 2023. Another project, Quatro City the Mystery Puzzle Quest, finished strong, bringing in over 1,000 backers and $200,000. They want to thank everyone who backed. This amount of money means huge things for their little shop and their livelihood in Ukraine. A survey should go out sometime next week collecting shipping addresses. Shipping charges for non-US backers of League of Dungeoneers should now be showing in Backerkit. If you're a non-US backer and no shipping is showing, please message them. Cards will not be charged until the 10th of December unless you requested an early charge. No word on the US shipping charges yet. In the Black Forge Games Ancestor Nkosi campaign, they've dropped an update complete with wonderful videos filling you in on all the latest happenings. The accessories have been released for the Nkosi campaign. The Eldritch has been unlocked in the Backerkit. Cards will be charged this weekend or shortly thereafter. The Corrupted Asturian will be added to the Backerkit at 20 New Zealand dollars. They must get 250 backers for this to release. This item should be added soon. Shipping is also ready for the physical items, so if you had one of those, get your information to them now. Warcrow Adventures from Corvus Belli has posted their first post-campaign update. They would like everyone to know that if you're having trouble finishing the Kickstarter payment, that you should be able to take care of it in the Pledge Manager. Testing of different enemies and main characters from the expansion, and the Hawthorne Point phase narrative is ongoing. The main campaign is written, finished, and revised already. And finally, they shared a look at Amelia Hellbroth with us. The full release of Nemesis Lockdown on PC is live on Steam now. This is a direct digital adaptation of the board game. They shared the full release trailer and the original trailer with backers. It looks like they did an amazing job of recreating the environment, atmosphere, and mood of Nemesis Lockdown. Check it out if you get some time. Dungeon Universalis has released a small guide on how to access and complete the Kick and Go Pledge Manager. Everything is pretty standard fare, and the Pledge Manager takes very little time to complete. After Pledge is locked in, the next screen will show you the available add-ons. Nothing new is found here, and shipping has stayed pretty steady. My all-in is only $3 more expensive than the estimate on the project page. Dice Thrones is still busy shipping to backers around the world. In the US, shipments should be complete in the next 2 weeks. Personally, I must be on the bottom of this list as normal. No tracking yet. For Asia pledges, they're being shipped via VFI. In Australia, they've prepared 95% of the pledges and they're picking them up in waves to ship out. Europe and Canadian packages should start shipping soon. Shipping for Marvel Zombies Wave 1 is underway. In Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, you likely already have your package or should soon. The US pledges should arrive at the hub on December 6th. Europe's hub will get theirs on the 12th of December, and Canada's hub on the 15th of December. A bonus mission was released via their website this week. Work on Wave 2 continues, and this week they're showing off the Sentinels, which looks acceptable from the front, but the little rocket booster on the back looks a little too similar to my cat's butt, which is shoved in my face all too often. Now get that one out of your head. Teburu and Bad Karma's got an update this week. This is a busy month for them, so it seems we're in for a few updates. They're still extensively testing the 13 Zodiacs, and they currently are focusing on the Zodiacs in Chapter 3 for now. In the Art and UI section, we have a short video showing off the user interface as they enter a skirmish mode and set up the map. Everything is shown on the screen and setup seems to be a snap. I'm really amazed at how mature the UI is already looking. They are approving even more wax samples and were kind enough to share some pictures of Gil in his many forms. This month's progress graphic also shows them to be closing in on the end of electronics engineering, which should lead to testing, possibly certifications, and the production. Things are really shaping up nicely. It looks like there are some Kingdom Death 1.5 rewards preparing to ship. I received a notification to update my shipping address for what looks to be 3 possible packages from the project. I expect we'll see a full explanation when the Black Friday sale goes live this week. I'm hoping this will be the Gambler's Chest, but I don't know what the other 2 packages could be. Oh, the mystery. I much prefer this mystery to the endless guessing of when the Gambler Chest would actually be finished. In a surprise announcement, Night Games has set the launch of Batman Escape from Arkham Asylum to the first quarter of 2023. So much time has passed without even a peep from the project, I'd mistakenly thought this project would end up being vaporware. Sometimes I love being wrong. This game will see you playing as the villains pitted against the Dark Knight and likely each other in a bid to escape the famous Arkham Asylum. The miniatures that have been shown are great, and it seems to be getting a wide cast of characters both past and present. Chip Theory Games has released a preview of their Black Friday sales from their web store. They're offering free Bones coffee with all $100 plus orders. Riffle is back for 1 week. Undertow bundles are $10 off. The Triplock bundle is $30 off. There's a Cloudspire bundle at $50 off. Too Many Bones Core Game bundle at $20 off. Pre-orders for the Trove Chest and promo packs are hitting the store as well. Most of these sales begin on the 25th and run through the end of December. Sea of Vengeance has pushed out an update with previews of the necessary tweaks made to some of the Bob Kell Captain miniatures. Editors are hitting the rulebook hard and getting started with the game's cards. The graphic designer will start making changes to the rulebook soon. Card art is approaching completion as well. Dungeons of Doria shared an amazing GIF with their latest update showing the evolution and iterations of the cover art for the game. It's really amazing to watch it slowly unfold before your eyes. For the next version of the prototype, they're working on the box cover and the next iteration will be ordered. This will be a digital print, meaning the colors might be slightly off, but will allow for corrections to be made. The rest of the update goes towards room events. They've shared pictures of the rooms with the most events missing, and are giving the community a chance to help suggest some events of their own. We have another massive update from Frosthaven. This time they're showing off some behind-the-scenes work on fulfillment. They got a tour of the fulfillment center and got to see exactly how their packages are being assembled and put out the door. There's a YouTube video of the day's journey linked in the update. For international freight, they've seen some delays getting the packages to the Germany and Australia hubs, but they're making progress. They're currently only at about 5% completion of fulfillment overall. This will stretch into next year to finish up. Foreteller narration codes have been sent out to backers, and the Foreteller narration is available for purchase on Foreteller now. This is over 20 hours of narration from 50 professional voice actors. If you'd like to read a deep dive of Foreteller's process, check out the update linked in the video description. An update for Agemonia has dropped, complete with a brand new logo update for the game. Progress graphic is looking quite good, and shipping seems to be set for Q2 of 2023. We got a good look at the world and city maps this time around. The rest of the update is filled with card previews, a professions teaser, a scenario teaser for the Chests of Gods, an audio teaser, a quick look at the game app's reputation tracker, and some bestiary entries with a look at some painted miniatures. Tanares Adventures got a quick update with shipping details and a sort of unboxing. The ship is scheduled to leave from China to the US on November 30th and another between December 2nd and 4th. They'll take 4 to 5 weeks to arrive in port and a few more days to make it to the hub. Expect to see these arriving in January. The same goes for Europe and all of the other regions, with delivery happening in January. More details in the future update. The bulk of the update is showing off some of the unboxing photos from the game. I also linked to their video in case you're interested. For the Tanares RPG, we got some close-up shots of the Gold Dragon, a picture of the tray cover, and a look at the miniature for Lana the Valkyrie. Vagrant Song, which has been surprisingly hard to get a hold of, will be releasing a mini expansion titled The Seance Scenario in December for $13. This mini expansion pits the Vagrants against the Fox Sisters. The Scarlet Keys campaign expansion is now available for Arkham Horror card game. The expansion contains the entirety of the Scarlet Keys campaign. There's also an Investigator expansion if you'd like that to accompany the new adventure. Also releasing this week is Trudvang Legends. Has everyone gotten their pledge yet? Nah, I didn't think so. I'm not suggesting you buy this one. and I haven't heard much good about it yet. Just thought it was interesting. Fantasy Flight gave us a closer look at the Rogue Hero pack for Marvel Champions this week. Rogue's pack comes with an Iceman ally and a whole deck to support her with even more tricks. In some interesting news, Bank of America believes Hasbro is ruining Magic the Gathering, pushing the brand too hard and cheapening its value. Bank of America analysts have changed their stance on Hasbro stock from buy to underperforming. For non-stock savvy people like me, this isn't good for Hasbro. The soaring sales of Magic the Gathering are actually strongly opposed to player feedback, which is at an all-time low. New cards are being shoved down players' throats, and they're getting fed up with it. So, if you're an MTG player, someone is listening. Bank of America is listening. It'll be interesting to see how Hasbro maneuvers with the downgrade, and if they switch strategies for their highest grossing product. So as it's painfully obvious, the news has not slowed down entering the holiday season, and it doesn't look like it will next week either. Elden Ring is going to be huge. There are lots of gamers about to be introduced to the board gaming hobby, and I only hope it'll be a good chaperone for them. My coverage will continue on new campaigns, some that I haven't had the time to get to yet, and some new video types as well. Please consider subscribing so you don't miss a thing. We'd love to have you. If you need to get a hold of me, please know that I'm in the midst of a family emergency and my time is very scarce right now. You can reach me at the email address in the video description or by direct message on Discord. I'm doing my best to keep up and stay active in the comments when I have a chance. If I miss anyone, I apologize. Thank you to everyone watching. We'll see you soon and have a great holiday season.